Hello, science fans! Today, we're diving into the science of addiction, a serious brain condition, not just a bad habit. Over 36 million people worldwide struggle with substance use disorders, which range from mild problems to severe addiction. Addiction is when someone feels a powerful need to use a substance, even when it causes harm. It's a brain issue, not a moral failing. Imagine your brain as a busy city. When drugs enter, they disrupt the city's balance, forcing the brain to adapt. Over time, the brain produces less of its own feel-good chemicals, relying on the drug to feel normal. This is called tolerance. The person needs more of the substance for the same effect. The brain rewires itself to expect the drug, making quitting extremely difficult. Addiction is a physical change in the brain that turns a want into a desperate need. For example, with alcohol, the brain's pleasure system is turned down, so without it, a person feels worse than before. The cycle continues. More drug use, more brain changes, and less control. Understanding addiction as a brain disorder is the first step to finding solutions. It's not about willpower, it's about science. Let's see how drugs actually change the brain. Deep inside your brain is the reward pathway, which motivates you to repeat things that help you survive. Dopamine is the key chemical here. It's your brain's do that again signal. Addictive drugs hijack this system, flooding the brain with dopamine far beyond natural levels. The brain can't tell the difference between a healthy reward and a drug-induced one. It just craves more. Over time, the brain becomes less sensitive to dopamine, so natural pleasures lose their appeal. The drug becomes the only thing that feels rewarding, leading to dependence. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, the decision-making center, gets weaker, making self-control harder. The habit-driven parts of the brain take over, creating a powerful urge to keep using. This is why addiction is so hard to break. The brain's priorities have been rewired. Let's explore why some drugs are more addictive than others. Not all drugs are equally addictive. Speed matters. The faster a drug reaches the brain and triggers dopamine, the stronger the addiction. Heroin, for example, crosses into the brain much faster than morphine, making it far more addictive. Smoking or injecting drugs delivers them to the brain almost instantly, creating a powerful link between use and reward. Nicotine from cigarettes hits the brain in about 10 seconds, which is why smoking is so addictive. Slower delivery methods like patches or gum don't create the same intense rush, making them less addictive. The way a drug is taken, smoked, injected, swallowed, affects how quickly addiction can develop. The faster the high, the tighter the grip of addiction. This simple rule explains why some substances are so hard to quit. But not everyone is equally at risk. Let's find out why. Why do some people get addicted while others don't? It's a mix of genetics, life experiences, and age. Genetics can make some brains more sensitive to drugs or more likely to experience withdrawal. Some people break down substances differently, which can increase or decrease their risk. Life experiences matter too. Trauma, stress, or mental health issues can make drugs feel like an escape. People with depression or anxiety are at higher risk because drugs can seem like a quick fix. Age is crucial. Using drugs before 18 increases the risk, since the teenage brain is still developing. The reward system is extra sensitive in teens, while decision-making areas are still maturing. This makes young people more vulnerable to addiction's effects. It's a complex puzzle. No single factor decides your risk. But understanding these risks can help us protect ourselves and others. Recovery from addiction is tough, but the brain's ability to adapt, called neuroplasticity, offers hope. Quitting can cause withdrawal, which is sometimes dangerous and always challenging. Recovery isn't just about stopping the drug, it's about healing the brain and treating underlying issues like trauma or depression. Building new healthy habits and environments is key to overriding old triggers. With time and support, the brain can regrow connections and reset its reward system. The prefrontal cortex can strengthen, improving self-control and decision-making. Joy in everyday life can return as the brain heals. Recovery is a journey, not a quick fix, but science shows it's possible. Understanding addiction as a brain disease helps us respond with compassion and effective solutions. The brain's capacity for change is incredible. With knowledge and support, recovery is within reach. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the science of addiction.